go, Daddy.
Previously on Basement Discourse. Wrestling, Pokemon, and Elden Ring all at once.
Hey!
What does that look like?
Exactly.
Like, Elden Ring could be like a wrestling ring. It's just really old.
An old-ass wrestling ring with Pokemon.
Yeah.
So we played Pokemon Stadium on N64, basically.
I was imagining like Pikachu on the ropes of a wrestling ring with like the giant axe he had in that trailer, just like bouncing on the fucking ropes.
That's sick. All right, welcome to Basement Discourse, everybody. I'm here with Brady, the anime guy. I have Snack Packs or Jace, our gamer, and myself, the D&D fella / tabletop games, if I ever get around to playing anything but D&D.
I like how you paused when you were saying like that Brady was a guy. I really appreciate that.
Well,
Brady, the anime.
I always go to say the anime or the otaku, but I never know if it's just the word otaku or whether you're supposed to say otaku person or otaku guy or he is.
Do I identify as a specific otaku?
Otaku.
Am I different in my interests than I am in my normal life? Does my gender fluidly change when I pick up a manga?
I don't want to put a label on things, guys.
Yeah,
Jeez.
Maybe you become a slime. Who knows?
No, I actually appreciate it. The like biggest anime YouTuber in history's actual name is the Anime Man, so I appreciate you going to Guy. It's more Aussie and it kind of gets me away with it.
I think it works.
Wait, his actual name? Like he had his
legally changed it.
No, like that's
Anime
his handle.
Oh.
Like that's his.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Like I thought someone actually changed their name to the Anime Man.
Full commitment.
Like that's fucking off.
Can you just imagine what that dude's house looks like? Just wallpapered, like just
his
anime everything.
Just full of body pillows.
Goes to take a shit on his like Dragon Ball Z toilet. Yells out to his wife, "Just dropped another Dragon Ball off."
Why are they balls?
No idea. Because the dude is that committed to the cause. He just goes hard. Anyway, what have you guys been up to?
No, we had a talk about what we were doing.
Oh, that's right. We're going to say, so instead of doing this at the end when everyone skips it, we'll do it at the start.
Yeah, so people can skip early.
Skip early. Skip early. Come see us at Facebook. We drop a lot of stuff there that you may not find anywhere else. We've also got a Twitter. We have Instagram. We also have Discord. We are very busy. We also have Spotify and Apple Pods, and obviously we're on YouTube because everyone's there. So YouTube, we also have our shorts on there as well.
Which
and
we haven't done,
sometimes pants. Occasionally we
put
wear
some
pants
pressure
too.
on us. Pants. Oh my god, you're such a dad. Fuck.
Well, to be fair,
we haven't done shorts yet either, by the way. So you're just like, here's the pressure, boys.
You know,
we have done shorts. We've done like you do your manga thing, and
YouTube Shorts is a whole different thing.
Oh no!
Oh, for
Justin.
fuck's sake! Why are people changing shit up all the time, man?
Justin, you know TikTok?
Yes, I have heard of the TikTok.
This is gonna be dated now because we'll probably have shorts out before then. But you have put the pressure on. It's like TikTok but on YouTube.
Yeah, right.
But for
So it's like a different section that you only upload from your phone and stuff like that.
Oh.
It's just like a time limited YouTube video.
Mother of God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this
I love
is
how you said
YouTube.
we have shorts up.
this is no worse than you, Brady, the other week when you were like, "Oh yeah, we've totally got our D&D campaign that's all going to be heaps out and everything, and like we haven't even shot the rest of the fucking campaign that's."
I think it will be though, because I said it.
It should be, but it isn't ready now.
People don't know how far we are.
Starts clocks. We just got timers above our heads now of all the shit.
It's fine. People know because I'm playing Arceus or whatever. They know roundabouts when we're recording, but they don't know specifically. It's fine. Don't worry
Yeah,
about
but
it.
like when the episode goes live, if D&D's not up because there's some
Then
sort
you're
of issue,
straight up a liar.
this is on you, man.
Yeah, you're straight up a liar at that point. Yeah,
Just
I'll
like
take
if
it.
the
That's all good.
shorts aren't up, it's on Justin.
This is true.
Oh, as far as he's concerned, they are. Don't worry about it.
They're up.
Yeah.
Don't even worry about it, boys. I got this.
What he's talking about is that miniseries, which I hope you guys have all seen. They're like short little how-tos and explained. Obviously, Jace goes over gaming concepts. I go over anime and manga, and Justin does talk Adventurer's Guide, which is like all D&D shit that you.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they're just like, what's the longest one?
3.5 minutes, maybe 4, maybe.
I think I've got
Jace
one
clocked
that's got
at 5.
4.5.
Fuck,
Nah,
yeah.
I don't think I've hit
But
5.
Cut it down,
But
boy.
they're pretty short little. These are some concepts explained.
They're like hints.
All right,
and
now that
tips.
we're done promoting the fuck
and
out of
tips.
ourselves,
Yeah, we love it. Love it. What
what's
have you boys
everyone
been
been
up
doing?
to?
Oh, you know, I played a video game or two.
Yeah, mad.
Actually, like I mentioned to you guys before, Sonic Adventure, old school Dreamcast game. I gave that a
Yeah.
crack. Finished it in a whopping like 3.5 hours or something.
Jesus.
Absolute burner of a game though. Like,
So
Yeah.
I wonder how much that game came out for. Because like, if you paid like $80 back in the day for that game, and you got 3.5 hours of enjoyment out of it, and that was it,
oh, I'd
that'd
be fucking
pretty fucking demo.
furious.
Yeah.
Mostly because like there's more content there if you're willing to go. Like, I only finished the Sonic campaign because as much as I love Tails, I'm not doing that shit again. But there's not a whole lot to it, and I have some real gripes with certain bits. Like, you can tell that this game was made for the Dreamcast because the camera is dog shit, and you can. Was it the first 3D, like true 3D Sonic?
No. There was literally a Sonic 3D, I think.
Oh, okay. Because I do remember that, like, I think it was Sonic 3 had like a weird sort of pseudo 3D mode on the Mega Drive. But anyway.
Yeah, that was whack. Where you could go into like that 3D world and like run around collecting the rings and like running up the
that's
sides.
the one. And it was on
Yeah,
like a
that's cool.
sphere or the like toboggan route thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was wild.
But this one was clearly an early 3D Sonic because the camera was janky as hell. And if you use like the free cam where you can move it, it doesn't move with your thumbstick. You have to use the right and left.
Yeah, dude.
Awful. Awful.
I
And
remember those.
if the camera isn't fighting you, and trust me, it did a lot, there are random sections between like the floor and wall geography that you can fall through. On literally the first stage that I was going through, there's one corner that you pelt down, and because the camera angle's weird, I couldn't make the corner properly, and I'd cut in. When you cut in, fell through. I had to restart more times there than any point in the game later on.
It's a
Because I just
great
kept
point to
falling through
start
that.
with.
I know, right?
Like first impressions of game fall through floor.
I remember
Yeah.
before I understood how games work, Sonic was one of the first ones I played like with a friend. Like we'll work together to get the campaign done. And I think it's the like casino level. There's a bit where you like walk into a room and he kind of like does this look left and right, and then there's a cutscene. But there was a weird fuck up there on the Dreamcast. I think it was Dreamcast. It might have been GameCube. But like,
That sounds like adventure. So yeah, it could
where
be.
he walked in and he was like,
Could you
It
do
just
anything
never
while he did
ended.
it? Oh no.
That's the other thing, right? In every cutscene, Sonic does this. He's like standing there. He's like, "Fuck you, Eggman."
It's like they put breathing in, but the breathing is just gone to the max.
Yeah, he's just getting his squats in, but he doesn't want to fully commit.
he's
That's
he's
sick.
just a partial rep kind of guy.
Yeah, well, that's why he's got those thin little chicken legs.
Fitness
all-
jokes in the Geek Podcast.
Well, we have to do it, man. We got Fit Otaku here, man.
It's leg day
That's
every day.
fair. Yeah.
And you said your games plural, so is there
Yeah,
another?
so I've been doing some stuff with Doom 3, which I won't go into too much because there will be actual content.
Yeah.
We'll be going out on Basement Discourses as well as my YouTube. But we're waiting on Brady because he's slow and useless.
The idea is that all three of us watch it. I mean, play it.
Shush!
And
Stop putting the pressure on, Justin. Stop reveling the things that are coming.
And then we've already released it, so go and check it out.
It came out 6 weeks ago.
Yeah. Just look back on our history and you'll see it. Sometime 3 weeks ago, exactly.
And there's 2 other things I've been giving a crack at, and that is Resident Evil 6, which is an interesting one for me because I'm not super into horror games, but I've always liked the Resident Evil series.
Yeah.
And I hated Resident Evil 4 because the controls were janky as hell when it came out on PC at first. And
is that the one where they introduced like zombies with guns on Resident Evil 4? Was it?
No, so they weren't actual zombies. They were just like a cult.
Like,
or something.
okay, weirdos.
Yeah. And so in that game, there was no mouse controls on the original release. So you had to use up, down, left, right on your keyboard to aim.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, I'd rather shoot myself.
That's real bad. Yeah.
I was trying to hold up to put the gun in my mouth. But yeah, Resident Evil 6 is a lot smoother of a gameplay experience, but there are some serious lighting issues. Like it tells me to like at the start, it's like, oh, set your lighting to make sure that the 6 is really like barely showing. I'm like, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do it so it's okay visible.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Every game ever.
Every gamer in history who's played a game before, it's like, make it so you can't see this, and you're like, fuck yourself.
Well, even still, there are so many scenes where it is literal pitch black, and they have head torches, and the torch, you see the beam, but it doesn't hit anything or light anything up. You see a beam.
That picture that you've sent out before, I think you should, you should definitely upload that as what you're talking about right now.
Yeah. I'll send
it literally looks like a fucking laser pointer with a tiny dot of light at the end of it. And it's like, what the sort of light is that?
There's a whole scene where you're in like an underground railroad, right? The only thing you can see is the little lights on the side of the like train tracks, the little tiny lights. And there are 30 plus zombies in that area running at you.
For fuck's sake.
What the
visibility? So you're just running into zombies, like just bumping into them, like, oh, excuse me, sorry, Bal.
Well, thankfully there's actually
coming
like,
through.
You can like kick and punch in this, which is fucking awesome. Because I just spam kick and punch as I'm running past. That's fucking
just picturing
great.
Someone running and punching at the same time.
Just like that Simpsons thing where like they're like,
I'm gonna do this, and if you're in the way,
exactly.
I used to do that game with my sisters all the time, but I'd just have my arm out like this and be like, if you touch this, then you're gonna get slapped. But then I'd walk towards them and like corner them into a wall and just start smacking them. Like, you lose.
And we're off the air.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, Justin.
This was a week ago, by the way.
Justin's most recent attempt to get us cancelled when he's not doing horrible accents.
I love my accents. Don't knock it.
And I just got through doing the chapters for an episode in which you said Yoda was played by a midget with really cool skills.
And now we've repeated it.
Right. Good one, Brady.
Like the silent killer, like you don't chime in all that much with like bad stuff to me and Jace. Like we tear on each other all the time. And every now and again you just say something, it's like,
just drop a bomb.
I can't wait to open my door tomorrow and see fucking picketers on my lawn. God damn it, Justin.
But to round out my gaming, Resident Evil, I could probably just stop there. It's just dark.
Fair. Just dark as shit.
Yeah. Is a game I told you guys to check out that I'm pretty sure you just left me on red. You fucking guys.
Yeah, I
Aaero.
didn't check that. Yeah.
It is so fucking cool. So, if either of you are familiar with a game called Audio Surf, or even if you just know
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah.
other rhythm games,
Yep.
like,
Yeah, I know Rhythm is.
so not necessarily like Guitar Hero, but just games that are rhythm centric.
Yeah.
Aaero's
Was there like
that.
Saber?
Oh, like what is it?
Oh, like the VR game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember what that's called.
It's almost like Fruit Ninja, but with a lightsaber.
Yeah, and music.
Yeah, I think it's called
Yeah.
Saber something. I
Yeah,
feel like.
Saber's in the
Saber
name.
Slice or some shit.
I don't know. I can't remember now.
Saber Fruit Ninja.
Beat Saber.
That's the one, Beat Saber.
Yeah, that's a way better name.
Yeah, that's why you're not allowed to name video games.
What about SHNALO?
I'd play it though.
I would too. All right, the concept of SHNALO, right?
No.
No. Go on.
Oh
Pitch it.
man, I'm gonna sell this shit out of this. All right. Here comes the voice.
In a world where Master Chief is king, lives a snail. You are that snail, and you need to escape before someone treads on you, or the world blows up around you, or something else.
And that's it. Sold.
It's like
Bungie, get on that.
movies. It's like the movie Speed, but the opposite.
Imagine we're just watching everything happen around you, like all of the Halo games happening around you, and you're just there like, fuck, get me out of this planet.
Because of all the arms that snails have to swing.
Yeah, bro. No, man, he's gonna be beefy as shit though. And like as you level up, you're just gonna get chunkier, and you're like I got some ideas.
As a guy who's played games like Viscera Cleanup Detail, fucking Goat Simulator.
Yeah.
I am
Dude,
Bread.
I played Goat Simulator though. That was fucking hilarious.
Goat
Yeah, it was
Simulator's
good.
great.
It's like Tiny Hawks for goats.
Yeah. And if you've played I Am Bread, also another fucking brilliant game that is based on a terribly stupid concept.
Yep.
I'm all for SHNALO. Like,
Yep.
I'd get amongst that.
SHNALO would be great. If I had the like actual ability of making a game, I would totally commit some actual time to making it because it would be so good.
I want to see like a really bad like 8-bit game of the three of us doing stupid shit. Just like, and then it's just like Brady has another opinion and Jace just pops up and like hits me with a hammer. And then it's just
Brady's opinion. I should start another podcast.
Hits Brady with hammer. Fair.
Justin's there being like, roll for it.
You miss. Damn.
I just
Another
like walk
podcast,
over
here
to
we
a
come.
ledge and I go to jump and I like make 2 steps and he's like, wait, roll for it. Fucks up.
Well, to be fair, like none of us have very good roles when it comes to anything acrobatic of late.
No. Oh, the intro was good.
Yeah, I
that
got
was about,
one.
like the best part. That was
Got
pretty
one.
sick. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you gave me no saving throws for getting shit thrown at me.
No.
Yeah,
shit.
and I couldn't even make it off the banister to the floor. But I made it.
Oh, you definitely made it. Just not the way you intended.
Dwarves and gravity means you made it.
Yeah, true. And
Yeah.
because that was before the performance, that means first 2 eps should be out by this point.
Yeah.
So no one has excuses to not know what we're talking about. here.
Damn straight, because you've all definitely seen it.
Absolutely. So just as with the Christmas special, you've definitely all seen the first 2 episodes of
Yeah.
Dungeons and Discourse.
But not like the Christmas special at all. These are a little bit shorter and a little bit easier to digest. So get on it if you haven't, because
Yeah, I
think
didn't
they're
have to
gonna be
aggressively cut out
awesome.
like fucking the word
90% of it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
fuck it out.
That's like
100%.
40 minutes of Justin's speech in general.
Yeah.
Shut your face.
I got to say though, his dropped drastically in
They have.
this Dungeons and Discourse. I had to remember the name. I'm the
Yeah,
one fucking
that
editing the
other
shit.
one.
and,
Yeah.
um,
That's good.
I think in
But-
general his have though.
I mean,
Like,
it's
noticed
different
that you-
playing in front of a camera and your friends than just playing with your friends. Like, it's very different. So anyone who hasn't actually done that, like, I know everyone who's played a game of D&D is like, oh man, we should have recorded this. This is a great session. But it is totally different when you have, because like you guys probably don't see it, like you guys out there in the real world, like the camera setup,
We're in
the
fake
ring
world.
lights. Yeah, we're in the fake. We're not real. We're not real people.
Yeah, well, like, look at
Idiots.
this head. Who'd put that on a
Right?
real person?
Exactly. Who designs this skin and who pays money for this skin? Like, yeah.
Stop moving towards your camera.
Yeah, like there's a big setup. It's pretty serious, and there's sound everywhere. There's light bars all over the place. There's many cameras. Yeah, it's a huge setup. So it's pretty overwhelming for anyone who hasn't done that before. So it's not as easy as you think, guys. So just watch ours and don't do it yourself.
But it's not just that. Like, I gotta say, like, I fucking hate this because I like shitting on you way more. But
Here goes
like
Brady.
Jason.
Kissing
Oh,
Justin's
fuck.
feet.
I hate it. I hate it so much because I don't want to. But you and I, like, we make content, Jace. Like, we're used to doing this.
I've made a content or two.
Yeah, and we're somewhat used to staring at the camera. And we've written scripts or attempted to, or at least written directions of our things, and we cut up our episodes as necessary. Justin, like, even for his miniseries, it's all just, I mean, maybe it's more than one, but it's not cut up. Like, it's just one take, and he's just ranting along in front of a camera, and that's so fucking impressive. Because, like, if I have more than 3 lines, I guarantee there's gonna be a few ums and ahs in there, like 100%. And I don't want to be nice to you. Fucking trust me, because I know, like, you're gonna do something fucked to my character real soon. But like,
It'll probably be some sort of like racially charged moment or something.
yeah, who hate me because I have blue hair. But it's like your adaptation to what we're doing here and the extra bits of content has been pretty impressive to watch.
Yeah, it's been fun.
You're still the fucking moon, but
Well,
like,
that's it. Just less the moon now. With all the money from our sponsors coming in, just
Turn the
rolling in
light
that
on your
dough.
camera on again.
Oh,
There we go.
there we go.
Moon is back.
Look at those teeth. They almost look clean.
My biggest concern is that you keep moving towards your camera and the autofocus, like, there was a few minutes there where you were just like,
It's
Well,
fine.
it could be
and you're like
It's
flailing
actually doing
arms
really
and shit.
well.
There
Yeah, I
you
think
go.
it's the flail. But that's all right.
As
So,
opposed
Brady-
to Brady, who's had his cat jump all over his desk and the camera fucking
Yeah, it's fucking earthquake
I've solved
mode.
that now. I don't know what you want from me.
He killed the cat.
just a dead
Well
cat.
done.
Do you see Wobble?
Wobbled straight into a ditch. Did you say Wobble? Is that his name?
No,
I swear I heard Wobble. I was like, oh,
Yeah,
that's
no,
weird.
he's referring to the wobble of the table.
Oh, yeah, that
The
makes
cat's
more
name is
sense.
Wrath. It's an
Yeah, no,
anime
Wobble.
name.
Wobble is a way better cat name.
I think so. Drunken cat.
Yeah, renamed Wobble now.
Wobbles the cat forevermore.
Drunken cat, hidden dog.
R.I.P. Wobbles. What have you been up to, Brady, this week? What have you been doing?
Oh shit.
Like stuff and things.
Yeah, so watching some anime, but I actually bought. So we discussed
Surprise.
previously in our episode on how to find and get access to our things of interest, right? That often when I read manga, and what I recommend to people is, if you're at least caught up and up to date, is you can read this month's chapter for free, typically. And I've read almost all the manga I've ever read online because I'm just up to date. But I thought I'd buy some physical stuff. So, because it's the next big shonen anime, or at least it's prompted to be, and it's being done by MAPPA. MAPPA. I think it's MAPPA.
MAPPA.
It's an animation studio that just does fucking amazing work, right? I bought the first 2 volumes, which means a collection of chapters, of Chainsawman. And I've been reading that quite quickly, in fact. I'm almost through the second one. Yeah, it's interesting in that it's not that interesting.
Oh, really?
So,
Wow, that
so,
sounds
yeah,
very
What the
interesting.
shit?
yeah. So you guys have seen the trailer, right? So
Yeah.
we've
Yeah.
discussed this. The animation looks amazing. The trailer does a good job of hyping up the show. But okay, so let's play a game. And maybe this could have been its own video that I did, but I'm just going to do it now. Stop me if you've heard of a shonen protagonist with a thing for orange. Stop me if you've heard of shonen protagonists with dead parents. Shonen protagonist who has a cute sidekick who has a thing for eating a lot of food and no manners.
Yeah, you've pretty much summed
Wow.
everything up. Yeah.
Yep.
Like you've just
Yeah,
basically described Goku 30 times.
Yeah.
Goku, Naruto,
Oh, there
Natsu.
you go.
It's a very stereotypical.
Natsu's fairy tale, but even Ichigo, like he kind of looks like Ichigo, except with not orange hair, it's blonde, but it's the same spiky dude. He has the little sidekick, which admittedly is quite cute, and I'll put a little picture here, but like it's it's like a dog that has a big chainsaw coming out of its fucking face, but it's
That's
kind of like
cute as
cute
hell.
and fat. But nonetheless, like it's just such a shonen trope, and I'm kind of like I'm reading it and I'm like,
how long's Chainsaw Man like the manga been out for?
that's fuck.
Like
it's
is
right
it
here.
hella old or
2013.
right? Okay.
Oh no, hang on. Honorable mention 2013. In his first series, Chainsaw Man began serialization in 2019, so it's reasonably new.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it's no excuses. It's not like it's been hidden away from the world and now. It's out.
No. There's some that have done that. Like so, actually, I only found out.
It started in 2018 officially.
Yeah.
Yeah,
December
so, but-
2018.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3-4
Yeah,
years.
so it was written then, but didn't get serialized into something and picked up until 19. But
still like it's not like a 90s hidden classic where it's like you
no,
know,
that happens
you
every
stole
now
it
and
from
again. Like
everyone.
Mushoku Tensei. I've spoken about that a heap on the show. It's an isekai where he becomes a baby, but
Oh,
it gets credited as the first isekai. It just didn't get animated for an incredibly long time.
right.
But it was actually like it's quite old as far as story goes, and when it was first done. Yeah, I'm gonna keep reading it because I just want to see what it's like and collect physical manga. I think it's kind of cool. And I've started, and I bought 2 because I knew if I bought 1, I'd be really pissed off.
How
when I
many
read-
how many is in the set?
You'd think I'd know
11.
that off. Yeah,
11.
you know that, or are you guessing?
No, I know that.
Yeah, right.
of
Holy shit.
Chainsaw Man.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
There's 11 volumes.
There are
He's so
11
confident.
volumes.
I'm just taking him on his word. You say
Yeah,
anything with
yeah.
that much confidence, I'm gonna believe it.
Yeah, it's just sometimes Jace fucks with me for funsies, so I'm like, fuck.
I'm like, what's
Yeah,
my
no,
life
no.
expectancy? And if Jay said like 2 days with that much confidence, I'd be like, yeah, right, I'll get my affairs in order.
No, when I
Which is like literally dig a hole because I got fuck all.
so when I found the exact time that they started it, it also
Oh, I
had
was there, yeah.
volumes listed
So it's
up.
11 volumes. So
Yeah, right.
yeah, I'll keep reading it.
Yeah.
Especially since though it's not gonna cost me an arm and a leg at 11 volumes. But
How much
it's,
does manga cost typically? Like
Yeah. Like what's
Yeah,
one
okay,
volume
so-
cost?
in Australian, the first one, which is how many pages? First volume. Oh, they don't have page numbers. It's that fat.
Yeah.
I
Not
don't.
huge. Not
So there's not
huge.
much I can do. Like it's not huge and it's manga, so like it's panelized. It's not small writing. This was $14.99.
That's not bad.
All right.
It's not bad. Yeah, and same for the second one. But if you're gonna buy, what was it, 11?
11. You're looking at
That's-
$150 commitment. Yeah.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, but
it's
if,
not
But I
cheap.
saw
if you
I
buy
saw
it one
Demon
at a
Slayer
time-
while I was at the store in a full collection. Right, and Demon Slayer is super popular right now for good reason. The animation is beautiful. Gotta say, I flicked through the manga. They did a really good job animating what was pretty average source material for drawing style, not for story. Demon Slayer is quite good.
Now
Yeah, right.
you're getting us cancelled.
Yeah, I
Slayer
know.
neckbeards are going to be after us.
Yeah, I know. They're gonna be real mad. But so the whole collection of Demon Slayer, and it is popular and all that, but it's also a lot longer than 12 volumes, was $340.
Wowee.
Holy shit.
Yes. So it can get up there.
How
and,
many
like,
volumes was it?
It was in a
About
box
40
this
or
big.
something.
How many
Okay.
volumes? This is like asking you how many pages. This many.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Fair enough.
Maybe a tech guy can look that up. But yeah, I've been reading that. That was a big one that I got up to this week. Still finishing off Pokemon.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I'm done with that, I'm going to start Mass Effect because Jace has talked about it endlessly and was kind enough to gift it to us.
Yeah.
And then
Honestly.
endlessly. I still watch Demon Slayer every single week, but it's too early to give spoilers for. Last season of Attack on Titan is shaping up to be amazing. I think I sent both of you, or at least Jace, the opening theme song for Attack on Titan right now. Is
23
badass.
volumes.
Yeah, of Demon Slayer.
22.
Yeah, so 23.
Wow.
23 for
balls.
330.
So they're just like, because it's popular, just jack that price up, boy.
Probably a little.
Yeah.
The trouble is, okay, so here's something I found out. The amount of chapters that make up a volume doesn't seem to be overly standardized.
Yeah, okay, so it's just random as shit.
Yeah. So, I don't think so.
How much
I
was
think
it?
34 or something like that, yeah.
334.
That was at
Works out
Kinokuniya, the same
quite
place
a
I
bit.
got.
Yeah, I love that store. $14.50 a volume.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's roughly the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Yeah.
Just
So
sounded like,
basically, you should really like. I feel like if you buy a whole a whole set, you should get some like
some sort of discount, right? That's a big
a
commitment.
bundle discount.
Yeah, dude. It's
Yeah,
like the
you would think.
D&D books are like, you know, they're like $50, $60 Oz per title, but you can get like a little jam-packed group of them at certain times for like $100. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. But
surely
that's
the
that's
incentive, spend
essentially
more, save
it.
more.
Should we take a quick one?
I reckon that's about right.
Yes.
Take a break and hear some words from our sponsors.
SAMSMUG, the pinnacle of modern technology, brings you the protection you desperately need. Weeb proofing. Just turn it on and it'll force dubs for any foreign show, regardless of whether the media includes it.
Hello, my name is Goku, and I will shoot you with my hand lasers now. Kia!
Finally, you can say no to subtitle superiority with SAMSMUG.
Welcome back.
Next time you go to Kinokuniya, let me know if you see any Railgun manga there.
It will be.
I'm pretty sure it would be, but yeah, I'm tempted.
They have an
to
online
try-
store though.
Yeah,
Like I'll go
but
there. I'll let you know. But yeah.
I more mean like, you know, if you're just heading there for whatever fucking
Yeah.
reason.
I used to go there a lot more, but pandemics and all that sort of shit. Plus, they banned Sword Art from being sold there, and I thought that was over the top, considering I was in the fucking light novel section the other day, and it was like erotica isekai, and then like
You
all
get
this other stuff that
transported into a womb.
there was all this stuff though. So they banned it from the English section, but in the Japanese section in kanji, Sword Art's still there. I was like, this is so hypocritical, which I could get over, except for when it first disappeared, I didn't know. And I went up to the counter to the guy and I was like, hey man, did Sword Art like move directions? And he's like, no, we took it off the shelves. And I was like, oh, why is that? He's like, I'm not going to talk about that filth here. I was like,
What?
I'm asking you a fucking question as a fucking customer. Like, I had to
You're not
Google it
looking
to
for
find it
fucking
out.
Goblin Slayer.
What shits me is that's on the shelf.
What?
Yeah, so they've banned Sword Art because there is attempted assault of a minor, which is stopped by our like protagonist.
But that happens in like every
That happens
anime.
in everything I've ever seen so far.
It happens.
But they're like
several
it's
times
a
in
it's a
Railgun.
minor, so we can't have that like I was like,
But
have you picked up half the books on your fucking shelf?
Yeah, dude.
Like,
100%.
pretty much anything that has school kids in it, like.
Bro,
Actually,
like,
Oh,
Food-
dude,
Food
they-
maybe
Wars-
we should
Food
go
Wars
back.
episode 1. Like, what the fuck?
dude, so there's this okay, so it's a whole pile of worms. It's been driving me nuts for a long time. Like, Claire is sick of hearing it. There's this South Australian, I think he's a premier, and he's like railing against anime in general. He's had a whole bunch of anime figures banned, and he's deliberately on a war path against sword art, and he wants that gone. And I was like, man, someone should show you some shit, because sword art's pretty clean as far as they go. Like, fucking hell. Don't get me wrong, violence against minors is pretty bad. But when I was watching it, I was like, have you watched Family Guy? Like, Peter jokes about raping a bunch of male school kids in the locker room, but then goes and like does it. So like that's on our TV all the time. And then there was like South Park and like just heaps about Game of Thrones. All these characters were introduced as being minors, and then like a season later they're having sex. I'm like, all right, I know we didn't get a time frame on how much time had moved, but it wasn't that much.
Yeah, so it's I think it's Senator Sterling Griff.
Senator, yeah, that's the guy, Griff.
Yeah,
He's got like a major bee in his bonnet towards anime.
yeah, because No Game No Life, which
Yeah.
makes me now so grateful that I stopped when I did. If he's put it in the same as Goblin Slayer and Sword Art Online.
I wouldn't put it in those categories, but it's not. Nothing actually happens to the characters at all. It's just that, like, it kind of seems a bit incesty, even though they don't do anything.
It's real weird. Like, he's trying to get it
Yeah.
on with a girl, but he can't be too far from his sister, so his sister's like in the room.
Yeah, it's a bit weird. If they're in different rooms, they like break down and cry
Yeah.
because they're like orphans. It's very strange, but like I could deal with that. It was just a bit much. I didn't enjoy No Game No Life, but I was like, okay, this is an anime doing some anime stings. I've watched like Goblin Slayer, like I said, I watched that first episode and I was like, nope. No. I don't really want to watch girls be raped by goblins consistently. I'm probably out.
Like, if I'm watching anime, no. If it was hentai, maybe.
Yeah.
Like, it's all about context and what I'm looking
It's
for.
about context. If I've got my lotion and my tissues, that's a different scenario.
Yeah, if I'm looking for goblin rape, I'm gonna put on Goblin Slayer.
But yeah, no, he's got like a big issue. And yeah, he's had like anime figures banned and a whole bunch of other stuff. And I was like, oh man.
Yeah, it just reminds me of the whole gaming R18 shit in Australia. That was a nightmare.
Yeah.
Well, it's
We
the
should-
same. It's the same context he's going down. He's trying to use, and people have compared it to the gaming fight against violent games. He's trying to say that this sort of sexualization of youth, which look, none of us overly enjoy in anime, and we do enjoy when they're of age. But he's saying that it's going to cause like
Yeah. Fucked up shit later in life.
assault of minors. But like we already proved that argument with like gaming, right? Like we know that COD doesn't make people go out and shoot a bunch of people. We know that
Right.
Grand Theft Auto doesn't make people fucking steal cars. Like people are the way people are. Sure, if you submerge yourself in 20 hours a day, it might have an influence on you, but typically, unless there's already a break somewhere in you,
Well,
it's not gonna
yeah, that's
it's not gonna be the straw that breaks you. Like, yeah, anime isn't gonna make you a pedophile. It might make you slightly fucking weird socially, but it's not
I
gonna
think
make
those
you...
people were weird socially beforehand. They just found out.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, no, that guy's argument has... But the best was I watched him, like, he, like, interrogated the ratings, the lady who's, like, in charge of that department for the Australian government in, like, a court situation. And it was hilarious. It was genuinely hilarious because she's in one of those roles for the government that knows it's got too many rules.
Yeah.
So he's just like, so you allowed this to pass, and she's like, we don't watch every single episode. We rate the series as a whole based on people who've watched some of it, and we were unaware this occurred during this show. If we were, we would have given it a higher rating. And he's like, all right, so do you think it should be banned? He's like, nah, probably not. He's like, but it portrays sexuality of minors. She's like,
but
I
like,
don't think so. But also, we have a lot of shows like that. Some shows do that in Australia, and he's like, that's a violation of our law. And she's like, I don't think so.
but like,
It was like really funny because he was just tearing into her, and she's like, nah.
what about shit like, you guys have seen the movie Taxi Driver, right? With Robert De Niro. The whole
Long
thing
time ago.
is he's saving. Is it Jodie Foster or someone like that? I can't remember who played. Someone plays the underage prostitute that he is trying to save for that whole thing. The whole thing is sexualizing a minor. That's the core of the story. Is a sexualized minor. No one critiques that.
I brought up Game of Thrones that has very vague timelines. Like, you don't know how much time is passing. There was one part, like, somewhere in near the end of season 1, the mum turns to one of them and is like, I haven't seen my children in years. And I was like, years have passed? What the fuck? Like, it was really weird. But literally, like, there was one season where they were like, girl hasn't had a period, next season, getting raped. And I was like,
oh,
what
the whole Sansa thing, she's
the
supposed to be like
fuck?
16, 17 at that point.
which is still
That is
a
still
minor.
underage.
Yeah.
So the one other thing that I did forget to mention that I've been getting up to lately is watching an anime called Goku Dolls or Backstreet Girls, which is a weird comedy anime about 3 guys in Yakuza who basically they dishonored themselves, and you know how normally you have to cut off a finger or something to gain back your honor. Instead, they get flown to Thailand, get forced to have gender reassignment and become TV like pop idols and start an idol group.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
What the hell?
So avoiding the whole like there's some thinly veiled weird transphobia stuff in there every now and then, but all in all, it is a fucking hilarious comedy. Like, there are tons of like random sex jokes and stuff, and like, because they had the surgery forced on them, they are very much blokes in the guise of attractive young women. So to everyone else, they look like attractive women, but then every now and then they'll like cut to like an internal monologue and you see like the guy's face with the girl hair.
Yeah.
And like just some of the shit they say is fucking hilarious.
That's awesome.
Like, there's also one scene where someone has, like, one of them has surgery for hemorrhoids and they're supposed to look after themselves and not have too much excitement or whatever, and something comes up and they just yell and scream, and all of a sudden after they yell, just blood sprays out of like their ass all over the wall. It's fucking hilarious, and I was like in tears.
Sounds like your sort of show for sure.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's so bizarre, it's so over the top. I highly rate it. It's super weird. It will be offensive to some people, but it's kind of worth it, I think. I definitely rate it. There's only 10 episodes up on Netflix, but if you're looking for something weird and funny, check it out because it is fucking stupid, and I love
I'll
it.
check it out for sure.
right.
That sounds fucked up.
Goku Dolls. Yeah, right.
Not what I expected. But the highlight randomness of this episode is we've been talking through the week because, believe it or not, we talk outside of content.
That's
Nope,
weird.
never.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Justin is like submerged himself into the geekness to a whole new level. Like he already had 3D printers, but he's gone
bought
deep.
a 4D
He's
printer.
He's going straight to weeb territory. He's gone further 2D.
Yeah,
Bought a 2D printer.
in the form of a television.
So, what have
yeah.
you been up to?
Oh, dude, so much. So I've been doing a lot of crafting at the moment for up and coming D&D sessions and things like that. So I've been doing a lot of 3D printing, a lot of crafting items and painting things and stuff like that. So you're just sort of sitting there doing not a lot. So I've had the screen on. And so this week has been dedicated to doing a lot of the things that you guys have said I should probably do and haven't got around to. So
like
first
everything.
off, yeah, like everything that I haven't done, I just like ticked it off the list. I just got the list out and I just finished it all in one night.
Nice.
Or in 1 week. So Konosuba, finished that apart from the movie. Loved it. Didn't even realize I'd finished it actually. So I had actually finished it prior to the end of this week. I just didn't even realize it. I was
Terrible
like,
anime reviewer.
Yeah, well, it kind of just doesn't finish, which I guess is why they brought out the movie, which also doesn't kind of finish the whole thing apparently. So
to be quite frank, at the end of the second season, it just like says something along the lines of like, "Thanks for coming, gamers," or something like that. Like, that's the only reason I knew that it was over.
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
I genuinely forgot about that little flash scene at the end, like because it's just a still frame.
Yeah.
After like a month, and I was like, "Did I fucking finish that show? That was hilarious." And I turned it back on. And I was like, "It says I've finished."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
I don't
kind of
remember
not a hugely awesome conclusion. I also jumped into Parasyte, which was really good. The
So I haven't
series
checked
that is.
it out. I do.
It's quite a classic.
I did enjoy it. Yeah. It was good. It's only like 24 eps, 20 minutes each. Jump in, get it done. Smash it.
I could probably do that.
Yeah. 2 days, I think it was for me. So 2 nights.
It's pretty good. And no one recommended you that one. That's crazy because Jace hasn't seen it. I've seen a bit of it, but not much.
I've seen the trailer, but I've always sort of put it in that. It looks interesting. People rate it highly, but just not sure if I'd vibe with it.
I actually wanted to watch the live action first because I've heard good reviews of that, and typically anime live actions get terrible reviews because they are genuinely absolutely awful.
Is the live
action was actually no, it's just a movie.
Oh, okay.
There's 2 movies, I think. But I watched the first one and I was like, it was pretty fucking good. Like, yeah, it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. It was very funny and just good. Yeah, violent as fuck. But that normal janky ass Japanese CGI, but it kind of works for Parasyte in a weird way. I recommend it. I
thought it worked well with Tokyo Ghoul as well. I thought.
Yeah. But they said straight up that they were taking an influence from Western CGI styles, so they kind of blended the two in Tokyo Ghoul movies.
Yeah,
but they also, what they did in the Tokyo Ghoul movies, they didn't rush them.
No, they didn't, because I'm still waiting on more of them.
There's only 2, and they're like, we've done like a third of season 1.
Yeah, give me the rest. Tokyo Ghoul's brilliant. If you ever get around to that, Justin,
I'll get to it. For sure.
What else have you gotten to though?
What else is there? I watched Your Name, which to the feels that was so good.
Dude, hits you right there, right,
bro? The moment when he's walking around with these pictures and he's trying to find a location, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, that used to be great," and you're like, "Wait a minute, what?
Yeah,
past tense? What are you talking about right now?"
I'll leave it there.
The timeline thing. Crap! The
Your
timeline
name
drop is just
and then
Your Name was
with the trains and stuff, and you're like,
right?
Yeah, are they gonna like? Will
I thought they were going to leave it open ended. I was like, please don't fucking do that to me.
You had to close that off,
right?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Your Name was great because I've watched a few slice of lifey with slight supernatural elements before, but nothing like that. And I just thought Your Name was so good. It beat I'm pretty sure it was the one that beat, because a few of them did it like in quick succession, but I'm pretty sure it beat Spirited Away for like top grossing anime.
Nice.
And it thoroughly deserved that. Like the animation itself was like,
Yeah, the comet
those
in the
meteor
sky
scenes.
Yeah, the comet.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah,
And then the plot
ridiculous.
alone, like you cared. Like they covered a lot of. It was a decent sized manga, and they covered a lot in a single movie, and it was
Yeah.
like, it didn't feel rushed. There was a quick montage with the like them swapping back and forward.
Yeah,
but I
like
didn't
you
think.
sort of picked it up. Quick
I thought that
enough,
was
like, you worked it
fine
out.
because we've
Yeah.
all seen like Freaky Friday, and
Yeah, exactly.
body
You
swap
kind of can
things,
get that.
like-
Like whatever. Yeah.
we didn't really need that. That wasn't the important bit. The important bit was like everything else.
Yeah, like
and
if they made it into a like TV series, I could totally get them making episodes out of that sort of bit.
Yeah, them
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
up each other's
you
social
can montage
lives.
that and
Exactly. Yeah, it was a really quick, easy scene where they sort of worked out like, oh, let's communicate together and we'll, so you.
And it
don't
was
fucking
funny.
Fuck my
They're
life
like
up,
writing
I
on their
won't fuck
fucking
your
arms
life
and
up.
shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
writing on their face at some point, like screw you. like,
And the
you
little
know.
sister that's like,
Stop
The
touching
kids
your
walking in on
boobs.
It's so good.
She's
And
weird,
then
mom.
when-
She's so obsessed with her boobs.
and then when the little kid tells her sister when her sister's actually in the body about her touching the boobs so much.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
later on, she's like, "You touched my boobs? It was only once."
So good.
Yeah, that was a great movie. I would say that's almost a 10 out of 10 for me. Like it's so close to perfect. I
It was
really
so good.
couldn't have-
Jace, have you watched Weathering with You?
Not yet, no. I've
Okay, so you
I've
should
got to prep the
both.
feels.
Yeah, you should both hack into that before our next episode so we can, because then maybe
that
we
to the
could do
list.
a Basement Discourse trip if they do another film. Because Weathering with You is not a sequel, but it's in the same world,
Yeah.
and you actually get to see the two make a little cameo
Oh,
in
sweet.
Weathering with You.
That's
So
cool.
if they do another film, like it'd be cool. But like Weathering with You is just as amazing in terms of the like art and stuff and the storyline. Like, oof. But yeah, I'm so impressed you made it through Your Name.
Yeah, no, that was great. It was awesome.
And the 10 out of 10 review is awesome.
Yeah, dude, I loved it. Loved it. You just can't fault it. Even if you didn't like anime, like I would 100% try and push that on people who don't even watch anime at all.
Yeah.
As a non-anime, unrelated anime movie on its own, because it was just really well done. Like,
Oddly enough, my wife didn't think too highly of it. Like she thought it was decent, but still it didn't quite kick her across the line to
It's
right.
I mean, at its heart though, it's probably like it's a rom-com. Aside from she doesn't
Yeah.
strike me as like overly invested in rom-coms.
what? You're telling me she doesn't seem romantic?
That's not what I said. Moving on.
Alright.
What else have I done this week? Holy crap. There's so much I'm almost forgetting. I should have written it all down. I
Was
played
that-
some Doom 3, which we'll chat about and break down once Brady's done that. So I won't talk too much about that, but that was interesting. So played a bit of that just to get the feels of it.
Yep.
Fuck, what else is there, fellas? I told you guys this
Mass
list.
I
and
know
I've
one.
forgotten.
Mass
What was
Effect?
that?
No, I haven't played any more Mass Effect. I'm
Piece of
sorry.
shit.
Drop the ball right there. Yeah, I'm so sorry. This week's just been, yeah, my bad. What else was there, guys? There's
fucking-
Bleach. So I've watched about
That's
eight
what I wanted to know
episodes
about.
of Bleach. So I'm 8 episodes in now. So I've only just sort of breaking
So-
the intro, basically.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
he's still at the point
He's
with-
very undeveloped. Like there's
Yeah.
nothing. He's still like, yeah, I'm not doing this.
yeah,
like-
so
Yeah, 8 episodes.
Yeah.
That's like not even the fight with Aaero, is it?
no,
it's
God
not.
no.
No.
That's like
Nothing
episode
there.
20 something.
yeah,
'Cause
like,
That's,
this is like
that's right near the end of the first season. Because
like,
remember,
really, we're only
straight
3
after
hours
that,
in.
it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
it's
because
not-
he's
not
still
far
injured
in at
after
all.
that. Yeah. Yeah,
But
cool.
it's
What do you
definitely-
think?
It's definitely piqued my interest for sure. Like the
It-
demons and stuff like that. It's cool. they built up a few different characters, which is interesting. It's not just about him. It's like there's a couple of other dudes there as well, like that really big dude.
Chad.
Yeah, Chad is fucking awesome, dude. Chad is great.
Chad is such a fan favorite.
Back. Like he just caught this metal beam, like and he's
that's
like,
not even Chad's best scenes, man. Wait, Chad is a fucking boss. Like
he's so good.
He is literally a Chad.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
I'm not sure. He may have started it for the internet. But yeah, like he's
a
Chad.
Yeah, maybe because this is a while back, right? Bleach episode
early
1.
2000s, I think.
Yeah,
it's really early. Yeah, I mean it's
But
not
the
in
manga's
widescreen
probably
until
older.
Yeah, it's not in widescreen until they go to the Soul Society. I don't think.
Yeah, so
There you
season
go.
2.
Yeah, so
Where
enjoying
are
that.
you up to, Jace?
I was still in season 4 before my server died, so the bounce.
The bounce?
Yeah,
Ugh.
yeah. Because remember, I
So
asked
Justin-
you about skipping that.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to
Skip-
find the things to skip. Give me a list of all those things that I need
It's
to
just,
skip.
it's just season 4 mostly.
Because
Is it
So
3
far.
and 4 or is it just 4? No, it
4.
might be 4 and 5.
Might be 4.
I'm pretty
and
sure
5,
Bounce
but yeah.
span 2. Yeah. Bleach, through history, I'm not going to give people a fucking history lesson because they probably know if they know anything about anime, but it's the most notoriously teared on show for its filler. Essentially, when a manga comes out first and is popular and they decide to serialize it and it does really well, and then they decide to make an anime adaptation, anime takes like 4 manga to make 1 episode.
I'd like
So
to
it
point
happens-
out that your graph is terrible when you're making it with your arm.
Yeah, I know. So it happens. So the anime will catch up to the manga really quickly, especially if it's like a once a month release manga. If it's a once a week, it might happen a bit slower, but it's still going to happen pretty quickly. If they're going to release an episode a week that covers 4 chapters, they're going to catch up. And when they do that, they have a choice of either just taking a full break or hiatus from anime. Or if it's popular enough and they want to keep going, they do what's known as a filler arc.
yeah,
Filler arcs in anime do something that I've not seen in any other medium, and Bleach is fucking awful for this. So the bounce arc was a little smooth compared to what they do for the rest of Bleach. Because there's like 4 different filler arcs in Bleach, like prepare yourself.
Okay.
So in a lot of TV shows, these things will somewhat occur, right? Even Game of Thrones, I think, got past
I was
its
about
like
to say,
source material, right?
Well, it was after like season 4, I think.
Yeah. So it's been known to happen in other mediums, but with anime, instead of like being like, all right, we know we can go up till here, so let's cut it here. It's a logical point. All our heroes are like, recovering from this fight, or they're at the end of a story arc or something. Let's cut it there, and then we'll give them a filler arc, and then we'll pick it back up. What Bleach did was like mid-fight, it's fucking epic. People are going face to face. Next episode, everyone's at home. They're all calm, and a new story's starting.
Yeah, that's whack.
Yeah,
And it
that's
doesn't
so
say
frustrating.
shit. Says nothing about what was happening. And then at the end of that arc, they're like, and now we return to, and I'm like, it's been 20 episodes.
Yeah,
What
that's
the
not. It's not an
fuck
ad
was
break.
that? And like
That's not an ad
suddenly
break.
that filler arc was like everyone gets amnesia of that fight because it's not relevant and they don't want it to story clash later. Like it's just so bad.
It's entirely non-canon bullshit.
Yeah, so Bleach is like 360 episodes, 360 something, I think.
364 if memory serves.
You could cut it to I think 200.
Yeah, wow. Holy crap.
And that's without cutting the recaps, because there was like one episode where, at least this happened regularly, where a lot of the episodes were recaps of what happened last episode.
Oh my god. So this is like
But-
when we were watching Family Guy, and he's like, "Hey, remember that time? Hey, Lois, remember that time when I went to prison?" And it's like, okay. And then like 5 seconds later, he's like, "Hey, Lois, you remember that time?" And then it's like, "Fuck, okay, cool."
Yeah, that's
Awesome.
It's so much
literally
worse
how
than that.
every
So, like,
Family
you-
Guy
Yeah.
joke was.
Yeah. You watch an
Horrible.
episode, and then the next 22-minute episode might have like 9 minutes of recap.
Yeah, some of the
Jesus.
recaps are real bad.
And then it gets really
Thankfully-
bad.
Plex, for me, had a whole like skip recap bit.
What?
Oh, damn. So it
But
could
some of
actually
your
skip the
episodes
episode
might
then.
end up being like 4 minutes.
Yeah, so I'd hit skip recap and it's like, huh?
Damn. Wow. That's actually really handy.
Yeah.
But I think the world building in Bleach is good. I like the lore that they give everything between the Soul Reapers, the Quincy's, the Hollows, which you only know 2 of those at this point, Justin, but it'll come along.
Yeah, it's
The
building.
bounce were kind of stupid because they were filler arcs, obviously. But how are you going with it, Jace? Because if we can all catch up, we can watch the new season together as well.
I can't keep watching it just yet because I'm rebuilding my server because I sold my server and now bought a NAS.
How are you going with it? Are you going to continue it?
Of course I am.
Good.
At what point did I say I wasn't going to continue?
I was asking. I was a question.
I need to rebuild. I need to rebuild.
what about you?
I also watched Food Wars. Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to keep watching Bleach
Yeah.
for sure.
I-
But Food Wars,
That's
right?
good. I want to hear about this because we recommend this in like episode 2.
Oh man, this is.
So I think I watched a bit of Food Wars the other day. I
Yeah.
started watching. Is that the one where it's like the kid and his dad are in a restaurant and the
Yes.
first thing they cook up is their fried rice?
Yeah,
And the
yeah,
dad
like
wins?
versing each other. And Dad wins, and then
Yeah,
then
I
it goes
watched
from
like
that scene to like putting the peanut butter on the squid.
yeah,
He's
yeah,
like, "Have you tried peanut butter on squid?" And she's like, "What?
yeah.
Flavor explosion!"
I started watching that and I was like, I don't like this at all. But I also I'm not a cook. Like I cook my own terrible food, but like I'm no like a lot of the I think a lot of the like cooking references and jokes and ideas are just for me.
I really enjoyed the one thing, and I didn't really enjoy it that much. It's a little bit too like creepy.
It's fucking
for me.
over the top.
It's
Food
pretty over
Wars.
the top. It's so close to like crossing the border line to the hentai. Like literally the only thing you're missing is like nipples and everything else that are body part related. But like, yeah, it's real close to crossing that line. And I know I'm not a massive fan of that. But the one thing I really did enjoy was how he broke down how he cooked the dish for the chick who was trying to get him kicked out of the restaurant, basically. And he cooks this like no meat dish or no pork, roast pork, basically. And it's
Was
just
it like a
amazing
potato wrapped in
It's
like
potato wrapped
prosciutto
in
or
bacon.
something?
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
We wrap it in the bacon, and then I'm gonna dice my onions and mushrooms really fine and mix them with the potato.
Yeah.
And that will help absorb.
and it's like this full food science part of it, which was fantastic. But then like, you know, all their clothes exploded off and they all have an orgasm.
Yeah, he like walks out and they're like on the ground. They're like, "Oh,
And
it's
it's
the
like,
happiest I've ever
twitching.
been."
Yeah. And then immediately after he saves the restaurant from those guys trying to poach it from him, his dad's like, "I'm taking a 2-year hiatus. Go to cooking school, boy." And that's it. Like, well, okay. Cool.
And then it becomes another anime at school show.
Yeah, I was
Fuck.
just as soon as the next episode started, I'm like, "Nah, I'm cool. I've seen it now. I see it. I see where this is going." So it could be funny, and for those sort of people who enjoy exactly that, what the things we just described, jump into it. It's great. But
We might need a flashback here. I might need to do my first flashback for our show because there was a bit, I can't remember how this came up. I think Jace was like, "Hey, why don't we recommend cooking shows to him?" And I literally said, because they're too anime to get into anime with. Like they're so over the top.
oh yeah, I get that.
Even though the interest will be peaked, it's difficult. And like you said, the cooking was all there for you and it was fun,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it was like
yeah.
so badly over the
Pretty
top
over
with
the
the
top.
anime stuff.
I
I
always-
found it funny, but I was almost like embarrassed to be listening to it out loud with my wife, like nearby. She's like,
Nah,
"What
man,
the
wait till they
what are
walk
you
in on
watching?"
stuff. You've watched like this 50-minute epic fight scene and they walk in at the end where the guy goes to be like, "I did it," and high-five his friends and instead passes out on the girl and his hand lands on her boob. That's when your girlfriend walks in and she's like, "What the fuck are you watching?" And you're like,
Yeah.
"I swear it's a 50-minute action scene. I swear to God."
Yeah,
Yeah, that
50
was
minutes of
Parasyte.
action.
First
Yeah.
episode, Parasyte. has like the parasite go into his hand, and then immediately walks up to the chick. He's like, "Hi," and just holding his hand right on the tip for like so long, and she's just like, so good. Yeah, wife walked in on that one, of course. Like nothing else. Nothing else about that show is anywhere near like that. But anyway.
Great. So I can't be around your wife anymore because she's gonna be like,
that's exactly right.
Your
You
husband,
kind of
my husband was weird, and now he hangs out with you. He's weirder.
He's
Don't
super
worry, Justin.
creepy.
I can ruin my reputation with your wife if I haven't already. I can recommend some sleazy video game. Actually, even Mass Effect. You can have sex scenes in that.
Yeah. Interracial.
Witcher
and all
3,
the rest
doesn't
of it.
matter which option you take, you'll bang the girl.
True.
Every mission.
Yeah,
Every
but Mass
time.
Effect, you can have gay and interspecies relationships as well. So, like, you can get
Pretty
real
big for its
buckle up.
time too, like way back. Pretty
Yeah.
impressive. And the last thing that Brady has been talking about for a little while that he's been reading a bit of. I'm about 18, maybe 19 chapters in on solo leveling.
Nice.
Oh, damn.
And I'm fucking loving that. It is so good.
Yeah, cool.
Such a
It's
great
so-
concept. So cool. Yeah, so good.
It's not even that original. They just execute well. Like it's kind of reverse isekai. Like the world came to him,
Yeah,
but
somewhat.
like,
yeah,
and it's still just your OP main character. But like, I don't know. They just do a good job, and they skip a lot of the tropes. Like there's not like a sexual thing with it. There's not like I don't know. It just nailed it. Like it's hard to really fully describe.
Yeah.
Like it's worth reading.
Yeah,
and
it looks great. And for anyone who likes like the D&D world, like it really just touch base straight away. Like when they start in that massive dungeon that's just way over the top, they find a door and they're like, "What is this? This should not exist." I'm taking on their voices. This is actually a manga I'm talking about. And then there's I think it was like 16 go in and 6 come out in the end. And he's the last one in there, and kind of it's pretty badass. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's worth reading, by the way, Jace, and it's finished,
sure.
so like you don't have to worry about like getting to a point and not being able to.
Yes.
But yeah, it's
Man's
like completely
convenient.
done. Apparently, there's a live action coming. Hang on, I've
Honestly,
only
I
heard
found it
rumors.
very difficult to find where to read it though. So I don't know. Like you Google solo leveling, and yes, all of the episodes come up, but I don't have no idea how to actually gain access to it normally.
Oh, I
was
did
difficult.
pretty easily. I mean, I put up with a lot of things on my screen that I had to explain to my girlfriend because it wasn't the most legal of sites, but it was.
Well,
I found it
I'm
pretty
opening single page PDFs for each
Oh wow! Okay, yeah, that wasn't what I was just streaming it basically.
Yeah, right. Well, this is it. Every page.
I did see there's a light novel. I mean, you don't get any of that beautiful artwork though, but the
Yeah.
light novels are all at Kinokuniya, which means the manga probably is there. But I think the cool thing is it was literally designed to be a web comic. So as you do that scrolling, like some of those scenes are like later on there's like full war scenes of like both sides.
Yeah,
It's just
I'd love to see that
Yeah.
because I'm definitely not getting the best aspect I can. It's like really thin on my page, sort of right in the center.
it would be because it's made for a phone. Yeah,
And I have to
so
zoom in on every page.
it does say 4th of January 2022 anime officially confirmed. So I don't know.
Cool.
We'll see.
Could be good. So I
We'll
think
see.
that's my delve into the anime world this week. It has been
You really you smashed it, man. I mean, you hit some big ones.
yeah.
You went for the feels with your name. You went for the action with Bleach, and then you even read. You did all of the.
I did all of the anime
Yeah.
things. All right, thanks,
Damn.
Brady. Thanks for coming, Brady. So
So you're out, Brady. Justin's in. He's
just
the
like
host,
Parasyte,
he's the
I'm going to
anime
take
guy.
over his face and just like slowly take over.
Well, at least you've got the better beard.
You might grow some hair.
It's never going to happen.
Yeah,
try as I
trade
may.
out a shit beard for a decent hairline. Lord.
Yes.
Nah, I'd rather keep the beard. Sorry, mate.
fuck.
You attempt to shit on me and I just shit straight back. It works so
I was
well.
nice to you this episode.
Yeah, you try.
Well, maybe better luck next episode, right?
Yeah. So I think we've had pretty productive weeks all in all.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah,
I think it's been pretty solid. Yeah. Anything else? Any suggestions? Anything coming up that you guys are looking forward to? I know Dying Light 2 is out. I wouldn't mind actually going to check that out sometime soon. I've heard some pretty decent reviews about it so far. Apart from the fact that it's only 1080 and like 60 frames on like the most recent consoles, which I think is a bit weird. I know heaps of people are like, 60 frames, 1080. But I don't know, like I think they kind of got a point these days. Like it's a fairly new game. It's an AA title and it's coming out on like the newest platforms like that. I don't know.
Well, so there's total issues with that, and
Yeah,
I sort of understand. So basically, new gen consoles are very literally PCs. Like Xbox actually runs a cut down version of Windows.
yeah,
And they are on an x86-64 architecture, which is the same way the CPUs and everything in a normal computer work.
yeah,
And they are actual normal CPUs and graphics cards made by AMD, the people who make all my hardware, or part of my hardware and my rig.
yeah,
But they're specific models that are made for consoles. The problem there is that to get that working in a console in that size at that price range,
yeah,
like my graphics card costs more than a PlayStation 5.
yeah,
Just my graphics card alone. Like I paid $1,600 for it secondhand. So trying to get that sort of performance into a console isn't the easiest thing to do. But in saying that as well, like, I guess there should be some degree, like there's got to be a compromise, but realistically, like, there's like a thing called a Steam hardware survey, which is the gaming platform on PC, does a survey where they ask everyone if they can collect hardware information just to figure out what people play on. And it's something like 90% of players are still using 1080p.
yeah, right.
Like, and that's
Just to get the better
90%.
frame rates, I guess.
Yeah, and like, how many people do you know with a TV that runs higher than 60 hertz? Because my TV doesn't. I don't even know if my TV runs higher than 50 hertz.
Really? Mine does.
Like my TV is an old shitbox because I don't care about it. Only the wife uses it.
Fair.
But yeah, like for my PC monitors and everything, different story. But
Yeah.
most people's TVs aren't that impressive. Unless you're out there
It's
dishing
almost
it.
the standard, like, you know, like the standard TV these days are going to come out better than ever before. Like it's kind of
A standard TV's what, either 4K or 1080p, and it's probably 50 or 60 hertz.
really,
Yeah.
that surprises me. I didn't even intentionally get one, but I'm pretty sure my TV is 200.
That's impressive.
What?
I'm almost
Yeah, I'd be
certain of it.
surprised.
Yeah, I'm almost certain, dude.
Next time,
Send me
on
model
Basement
numbers
Discourse,
and we'll-
Justin realizes he made a mistake.
Spent way too much on my TV, guys. Way too much.
I would genuinely be curious about that though. But yeah, typically speaking, most people would never see that difference. But
Yeah,
it's all the fucking nerds that would complain about it. People like me
Yeah.
that are the sort of people that have bought a TV that has 100+ hertz.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess your choice is you either want it really pretty or you want it to run fast.
Really smooth, yeah. I think I think that's exactly what they're doing. They're trading off the pretty for the smooth because smooth is definitely going to be more valuable to them in the long run.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, Dying Light.
People
from what I've
throw
seen,
controllers when the shit crashes. So like,
yeah, exactly. You're not going to throw a controller because it looks a little bit worse than it could. But Dying Light looks pretty cool so far. Like I've seen a few different reviews and a few different gameplays of
I
it.
always liked the look of the first Dying Light. I never got it though because it seems so co-op centric. Like it looks like one of those games where if you play it solo, it will feel like you're not playing it properly, if that makes sense.
Nah. It's kind of like Far Cry, where you just kind of can jump into someone's game and help them out.
Okay.
So it's
so I'd be
totally
sweet
not
with that,
reliant on
yeah.
it. Yeah. But it's way more fun with two
And-
people, obviously, because you got someone watching your back. So like you can do night raids, because that's a big thing in Dying Light. Is like you go out at night, it's super risky, but you also have a lot of gain with it. So you risk getting fucked up, but like a lot of places where you can't normally go in the daytime are now available to you, because during the daytime you have the outside world. The zombies are all inside. You can't go inside because all these fuckers are standing around in there like everywhere.
Oh, so it's
they
I Am
come out of the
Legend.
nighttime. Yeah, dude, it's exactly that. Yeah.
It's I Am Legend crossed with Mirror's Edge.
And the end of the game is you just finding Will Smith. That's it.
Nah,
Spoiler.
fuck Will Smith. I just want to find the dog.
Most vegan move
That-
ever.
No, that fucking scene, man.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal.
Yeah.
I reckon we're done for the
cool.
week, lads.
Mad.
Sweet. I'll catch us all next time.
It's been a good ep. Thanks all for coming along.
Yeah.
Do all of the things that we said at the start of the
Yeah,
episode. Rewind all the way
likes.
back.
Yeah, rewind. And don't forget to rewind
get out
before
your
you drop off the
cassette tapes.
VHS.
Yeah.
Showing our age in another episode.
Yikes. We're getting there.
But yeah,
That's
like,
okay.
subscribe, press the. Does YouTube even have the bell thing anymore? I don't know.
I don't know.
I never turned that on.
That's a
but
good question.
Everyone
Press
else
every
should turn
button. Every button below
Except
us right now. Just press that.
No,
that
don't-
right there.
You can.
Press it.
No, you
Press
can.
that
They
one, and
remove
then
the
press that
dislike.
one.
No,
They can
no,
press
but
them all.
Dislike's still there, dude. It just doesn't show the actual number.
All right.
Don't tell
press
people
the
to dislike, bro.
one. And don't double tap to subscribe, you assholes.
Subscribe on, subscribe off, subscribe on, subscribe off.
At least just an uneven amount of times or something, you know?
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, that'll totally work. All right. Thanks, y'all.
Cheers.
See you.